To showcase the KDE Desktop, we're going to be taking a look at Fedora 43. Now, KDE has their own OS specifically for testing KDE, called KDE Linux, but it's an alpha and I couldn't get it to boot, which sucks. The boot screen you're seeing here is called Plymouth. Now, a lot of distros will package Plymouth with KDE. Oh, wow, that was fast. I was expecting to have more time to talk about that. A lot of distros will package Plymouth to have that boot screen, but KDE is unique in that it has a settings page for it. I think. Here we are. Splash screen. And like all the other things that in KDE, you can download, like all of these things that are customizable, you can just click Get New, and then you can get stuff from Pling. Let's put it on a dark theme so I'm not blinding you guys. KDE has amassed a lot of default wallpapers over the years, and I like a lot of them. Here we've got the KDE Discover store, which is where pretty much every, except for Solus, which has its own store that it puts on top of KDE, pretty much every distribution that ships KDE will use this store for updates and package installation. I may as well do an update in the background while I'm going here. This desktop environment is very Windows-like. We've got a system tray, we've got a start menu, and if you right-click this and click this, I think that's the right. Yeah, you can edit a lot of the stuff about this. You can make this like do other things. Make it really tall. Yeah, there we go. You can make it floating. That's a newer feature. I kind of like how it looks. You can also, kind of like Windows 7, you can add widgets to your desktop, which is cool. Color picker. Interesting. Now I can do that. Thank you, KDE. There's lots of apps. Not all of them are, there's only a small subset of them are installed by default here on Fedora. If we go to apps.kde.org, you can see them all. This is not how you'd install them, obviously. Although I think if you might click one of these, yeah, I can just open it right in Discover. Can I find KMouse tool? Oh, whoops! Don't report that. Thank you, Fedora. Fedora doesn't have the FlatHub repository added by default, so they had some reasoning for it. They want to have their own Flatpak repository, but it doesn't have like 99% of the Flatpaks. So let me just turn that off. Now let's see if that works. Install. Okay, hold on. Oh, I should do this first, actually. Install updates. While this is going, something I mentioned in my write-up about KDE is that the apps, if you try to install them on a different distro that doesn't use the KDE libraries or have KDE installed, and so wouldn't have the KDE libraries installed, it'll install a bunch of libraries, and I can demonstrate that here. I'll boot this up. This Arduino OS uses GNOME, which is obviously not KDE. So let me open the console, and I'll show you. If I do, I think that's a KDE app. Yeah, look at that. Oh, you want, oh yeah, no, 167 megabytes. And the calculator, there's no way the calculator is very much if it's 167 megabytes. It's probably these, how many is this? 101? Good lord. 101 extra libraries for Qt6 and KDE and a whole bunch of stuff. Because a lot of desktop environments are built on GTK and GTK-based libraries. And so if you install an app from KDE, it has to install a whole different suite of libraries for it to be able to run. Now, as nice as KDE is, I did dock it on simplicity because it can be customizable to a fault. or I renamed it from simplicity to intuit. Oh, how do you pronounce that? Intuitivity? Yeah, intuitivity. That's right. That's. Let me show you, for example, Dolphin. This is the file manager. It's a file manager. It works. Already though, this what does these arrows? What do these arrows do? Actually, I don't know what that arrow does. Oh, I can hold shift. There's shift for the tooltip. Press shift for more. Oh, it just gives you a better tooltip. But like, let's start trying to go through the menus. So I've got back and forward. I have no idea what these little arrows are. I've got the view settings, which has a lot in it. But whatever. And then we've got this little icon. I'm like, oh, it's just how will we get to the settings? And like, let's just say you want to go to get to the settings. It's very Windows-like to a fault, where it has the infinite menus of Windows. We've got all this stuff. We've got this. When I first used KDE, this, I'll show you this in just a second. This blew my mind. Oh, there's more. This is the menu bar. The whole menu bar is just in the more. And so you can get to these. In fact, on my system, I run KDE. I have this view button removed from here because I thought I kind of cluttered it up. And I don't really change the view very often, but if I do want to change, I have to go to here, I have to go to more, wait, whoops, close it. I have here, go to more, I have to go to view, I have to go to sort by, and then I have to do here. Look at this stack of menus. But a great thing about it is that if you've got the time, figure Dolphin, you can change everything. All this is super customizable. Like if I want to reorder this bar, in fact, I think I can do that right from here. Configure toolbars. Yeah. Got back, forward, view settings, got the location bar, got split, got stash. What's stash? Open stash? I don't know. I don't know what that does. I have no idea what that is. But let's see if I want to add the About button. Now I have an About KDE button here that I can click and join KDE. Something I kind of lost. It showed up when I installed it. Welcome. There's some welcome screen. Oops. Welcome center. Yeah, I just closed this because I wanted it to show up again next time I launched it, but it didn't. So I'll go through it now. This is what you'll see when you launch KDE. I think this is a KDE app. It says Fedora, but this may just be. Yeah, I think this is made by KDE. This will show up on most KDE distributions. Oh, this is cool. It actually is like a proper. Ooh, KDE Connect. This is like AirDrop and like Windows Phone Link combined, and it also works on Android and iOS. It's really cool. I have it. It's you can like remote control your computer, not like a VNC, not like remote desktop, but you can use it as like a mouse. Like you touch your phone as like a trackpad on a laptop, and it like controls the mouse on your computer, which is cool. And it can work over Wi-Fi and over Bluetooth, so you don't actually have to be connected to the same network to use it. KDE Connect. Oh, yeah, I hit that. Vaults? I don't even know that was a thing. I guess you can make like encrypted. We got some homework. You can store it. Oh, yeah. You can also, that's what this says. I had this pinned here. If you turn this on, then if you click away, it'll stay open. I had that turned on for the screenshots I took. Discover, yes. I got the missing VLC and GIMP icons. Oh yes, and I have this turned on because I want to support development, but it's opt-in telemetry, which is good. Arc is an incredibly powerful file archiver. It supports basically every format you can think of. Let's make a new archive. It's, by the way, just generally on Linux, Control-H for show hidden files. Files and folders starting with a dot are hidden files and folders, and if you hit Control-H, it toggles showing them. Got my local config directory. Let's make it into a zip file, or Yeah, make a zip file or make a jar. 7-zip. If you're worried about breaking something in the settings menu, you can go in here and hit highlight change settings, and it'll highlight settings that aren't the default. What has changed here? What has changed here? Why? I didn't change this. Okay, maybe Fedora changed that. I did change the theme. I changed the to global theme to Breeze Dark. Application style is the Qt theme. Plasma style is like the KDE widgets with Qt Quick. So if you have a Qt app here, in fact, let me demonstrate. Let me install an app that's hard to theme, like a GNOME app. Why am I using this? I should be using the cool one, Discover. I just search GNOME. Yeah, GNOME 2048. Can I launch it? Yes, I can. Oh, right. If I were 2 years earlier telling you this information, I would have been correct that this would have matched the KDE theme. But I'm not actually, because GNOME did something fun, and they made all their apps use a completely new toolkit that only works on GNOME and is impossible to theme. So now all GNOME apps can't be themed, which is really annoying. So now it'll never match my system theme. I'll find a better example. Let's try Thunar, which is XFCE's file manager. That's GTK3 instead of GTK4 or libadwaita. GTK4 can be themed, but all of GNOME's GTK4 apps have been turned into libadwaita. Give me Thunar. I don't know why it's called that. I don't know what Thunar means. You can see, compared to KDE, just 3 libraries, and there's what, 1.6 megabytes, like 1 megabyte, 300 kilobytes. That's so much. That's so much smaller than 100 megabytes. Or what was it? What was it in Arduino OS? Like 200 megabytes, which is kind of nuts. But if you're using KDE, it doesn't matter because those libraries are already installed. Thunar. Oops, I spelled it wrong. Yeah. Hey, it doesn't match. It's supposed to be dark theme. While I'm in here, let's get some new window decorations. It's like the title bar. Let's choose a random one I've never seen before. Black glass. Oh, that looks cool. Now we have that. Oop. If you find the animations annoying, they're in the quick settings. Oops, that's the wrong way. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make the animations real slow. Minimize. Now come back. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Okay, I got it to work. All I did was change it to like a different one and then change it back. I may have messed something up when I was initially setting this up. I like reset some settings probably the wrong way, because I went into the stock KDE experience. Don't do that. Don't delete config files. But now it works. Now it looks like Breeze. Like these like highlights. Now it looks correct. I didn't even have to log out and back in again. This is a cool looking. Sometimes these themes here will be individual components of a global theme. So let me see if there's one here called Black Glass. Yes, there is. I like this title bar, so I'm going to take the whole theme. It reminds me of like early Windows 7, like Longhorn or something, like Arrow. Especially with the how it's all transparent. Looks kind of cool. These themes. Oh, what's my password? All these themes come from a website called Pling. Although there are like some other versions of it. It's like store.kde.org, which It has all these, and as far as I can tell, all of these host the same content. They just have a different like title, and sometimes it's a different URL. So I'm not sure what that's about. Oh no, these are KDE specific. Okay, I guess there's some overlap between some of them, but interesting. But yeah, that's where all these are coming from if you want to like find their source. And I believe you can click these. Snoopy reviews, open homepage. Yeah, you can click these. Sometimes a little hard to read. Well, I don't care if it's hard to read. I'm going to play all of it. Oh, the default window layout for this has this. As you can see, very customizable. Oh, but now these icons are all dark theme. Good thing I can change that, or I guess light theme. Black icons would be for. Oh yeah, I turn on the hot corners. So this little glow you see up here, if I put my mouse over here, is it gonna do it? It just did it. Oh, it's because I'm in a VM. It doesn't like doing corners. Okay, I can get it to do it again. Those are called hot corners. You can put your mouse in different corners and it'll do different things. Well, if I turn it back to Breeze Dark, let's see. Oh yeah, that looks better if I turn it to Breeze Dark. But my favorite icons are Papyrus. Or Papyrus. Not like, yeah, not that Papyrus. This Papyrus. Papyrus. I like the grayscale. Color. White folders. Yeah, we'll have white folders. Opera. Ew. Skype. Papyrus has icons for every program. Even when I like install a program, like there's no way Papyrus is gonna have an icon for this one random weird program. It will. It'll have an icon for it. Oop. Yeah. This is certainly an interesting look. But yeah, all these are. You can change all those if you want a different you want the KDE widget theme to be Breeze. There's now all the KDE bits, like the panels and stuff, look like Breeze again. Black glass. That's a cool looking one. Oh, and some of these you can change them. Here it's just okay, button size. But some of these you can really change them. Like here, these window borders, you can window specific overrides. You can do a lot. You can do a lot with these. Software update. Oh, you can do. Oh, I didn't even know that. You can do automatic updates from settings. You can manually. Automatic updates are cool. As I said in the start of the video, oh, there's a black glass login screen. To change the login screen, you have to put in your. Oh, I did it. You have to put in your password because login screen is a security thing. Oh, you can change the background. That's cool. I want to see that login screen in a second. Oh, and it has a splash screen. This is the Plymouth configuration thing. The boot screen. That's really boring. That sucks. That's a terrible boot screen. What's the Fedora one? It looks the same as the Breeze one. I can't tell the difference. Also do none if you want to see the kernel output. Look like a hacker with the text on your screen. I obviously need this one. Guru the cat. Oh, that's great. That's great. I'm keeping that. Well, that's KDE. It's quite feature rich. There's this calendar. You can connect it to stuff. I think you can connect it to Google Calendar and like Nextcloud and a bunch of other services if you want. It's all very cool. Why do I want a trash button on my taskbar? Why is that? Why would I want that? Trash settings. Oh. Huh. I I'm discovering new things. I use KDE, and yet I'm discovering more things as I mess with this. That's KDE. Hooray! As much as this makes it look kind of bad for slow devices. I used it on my very slow computer, my Chromebook, for a while, and it wasn't that bad. Most of these, something to note about all of these times, these are initial, like if I do it right after booting. Pretty much no matter how heavy the desktop environment is, if you like open the start menu and then close it and then open it again, the second time it's going to open instantly because it's already loaded in memory. And that's not a useful benchmark. So these are all initial load up times. But yeah, it's good about caching. So this boot time is correct though. If you have especially a low memory system like I did, there was stuff in swap. When I took this memory reading, there was stuff in swap. So it was definitely running out of memory and swapping stuff. So yeah, if you have a super slow computer, KDE is not for you. But if it's just slow, then you're fine. This is totally fine. These are totally doable. The end.